Welcome to Stockholm to the Eurovision Song Contest 2016, and it's the day after the second semi-final, and with us now is a panel of colleagues, journalists and fans from other countries talking about the outcome of the semi-final 1 and 2, and of course about the organization. We're going around the list. We start off with ESCKAZ.
So it's Mike from ESCKAZ.com here.
It's Fernando with Radio International.
Brian McCann with AC Daily.
Charlotte from Eurovision.com.
Liza from ESCKAZ.
David from the Sentinel newspaper in the UK.
Stefan Eriksson, the organization, and also press for Sweden.
So I would like to start with David, actually, because he's been part of the jury at once for the UK. Tell us a little bit how you were going about the being a jury member.
Okay. Yeah, well, I've always been a fan of the Eurovision since 1967 and Sandy Shaw. And I watched it since 1967, and I thought about going on the jury in 1985, so I wrote to the BBC and I was selected. So there were 12 panel members, and we had to score each song out of 5, and then when the points were all added up, they then saw our 12, 10, 8, 7. Unfortunately, when you only score the countries out of 5, there's very often a tie-break situation. So we had 2 countries tying for the same points, and another 2 countries, and we had 3 countries tying as well. So we then had to have tiebreakers to separate the countries, and yeah, it was good fun. I think the following year in the UK they changed the jury to 16 members, and you marked each song out of 10, so there was less chance for a tie. But in our year, yeah, there were quite a few songs very, very close together.
Now compare that to the new way of doing it, the juries. Did you like it more the old way or the way it's these days?
I prefer it now. Previously we had so many people under 25 and so many people I think were over 35, and a lot of the people on the jury were not record buying public. So I think it's better that we have people who vote that are likely to buy the records, because whichever song wins, we want them to be in the charts in Sweden, Norway, UK, Germany, France, because it's good for the contest.
Thanks, David. Let's go over to our Spanish colleague. It's Fernando. You used to work for ESCKAZ.com. You joined us this year for doing a bit of a radio job. So how did you receive the Eurovision Song Contest being a radio reporter this time?
I felt closer to the event because I felt closer to the artists. In the past I saw them from a screen, then I saw them closer but just from the press conferences. I never had the chance to have them face to face in the way I had to until today. I didn't know that I could get that cheeky and rather naughty sometimes talking to some of them. I have to recognize that I didn't behave in certain occasions, but well, that made the funniest interview. So I am more than pleased with this experience.
Mm-hmm. Which was the most exciting interview you've done here in Stockholm?
Ooh, where should I start? Well, if I stick to participating countries' interviews, it will be Azerbaijan. Somehow we both, Samra and I, opened up to the conversation, and it was a very easygoing thing. In the end, it was like a conversation in a bar with a friend or with a new friend. That was a very, very easy one. But then other people in this year's contest, Susie's interviews was fantastic. I couldn't believe that was going on as it was going, because the girl is, she's so natural, so funny, so smart. It was unbelievable. Her answers were the most wonderful ones. Again, another conversation that went as a conversation with a friend.
That was at the Eurofan Cafe, the meet and greet just yesterday, basically. Now ESCKAZ, Mike, you worked your ass off, basically.
Really? yeah. No, yeah. I mean, Eurovision for me is an extremely stressful event, but I love it at the same time. I do have a very love-hate relationship. The highlight for me this year again was the red carpet. Again, that's a very love-hate relationship for me. 41 countries plus 26 Instagram videos at the same time, and we managed to get everybody. But we had some really magical moments on that carpet. I'm not sure if you're aware, we have an award in ESCKAZ for Mr. and Miss Eurovision every year, and this year the award went to Hungary and Croatia, the singers, but it could be anybody in Eurovision, press, volunteers, any performer, any member of delegation, and it's most beautiful person inside and out. And we managed to present that award on the red carpet. Nina from Croatia was in tears because what really got her was the fact that we said that it's the most beautiful person inside and out, and it's like it's not just about looks or it's about the person as well, and the depth to the person. So that was a good moment for me. Highlights for interview-wise this year was the Netherlands, because I went to the guy's hotel. He is so charming, so laid back, so easy to talk to, and we just really bonded and had a really nice time talking away. And one of my most successful interviews this year.
It's a completely different breed that Dutch delegation has put on this time. It's really amazing.
I mean, year by year, the Dutch delegation are actually improving their press relations. I mean, years ago it was like no interviews, everything cut. Now it's like, oh, interviews, but you come to the hotel. And when I turned up at the hotel, how long do you want? 30 minutes is enough for you? Oh, fine, I only need like 10, 15, it's fine. So good on the Dutch delegation. They're finally becoming part of the Eurovision family and getting a better understanding. So it's taken them a few years, but they're getting there. Performance-wise, I was so happy last night. Georgia got through, and it was my number one song from the first time I heard it all those weeks ago. And I actually didn't back it to qualify because I thought, it's not accessible enough for most people. But when they called out their name, I was just screaming in the press centre. So I'm very happy for last night's result. There was a few disappointments. I'd have liked to have seen Ireland go through. I'd have liked to have seen maybe some of the others from semi-1 go through. And we've made some friends with some of the delegations, like Ivan from Belarus. He's actually become a personal friend now, and it's quite sad when they have to go home. It's tough, it's tough.
To see that happen. Thanks, Michael. Let's talk to Charlotte from Eurovisionary. What was your highlights, and what did you think of the organization of Eurovision in Sweden? Because you've been to many of them.
Well, I've been going since 2003, and I think it's pretty much well organized. There was a few things in the first week about now you can do this and you can't do that, and then the next day it was suddenly very different. Yeah. But that was also how it was in Malmö, so I guess it's just the Swedish way.
It's the Swedish way.
Yeah.
But you're not that far away from Sweden, right? You live in Denmark.
Yeah.
So, did you have any favorite moments here in Stockholm at the Eurovision so far? We still have got to go through the final.
Yeah.
But apart from that.
Yeah. Well, I would say the favorite moment work-wise has been our Would You Rather videos, where we are doing an interview in a different way. Mm-hmm. We have 20 cards from where the participants pick 5 cards, and they're totally random questions, but they're all showing a more personal side of the participants. That has been really fun.
Fantastic. It's so good to have people coming up with new ideas, to go away from the old ways of doing things. And I see that a lot happening and it's getting more modern, more appealing to younger audience who are watching your product on your websites.
And it has also been really fun because instead of just asking, so how did the rehearsal go, then the participants might get a question, so would you rather swim with sharks or fight a bull?
It's time to wake Brandon up now, I think.
Yeah. But Brandon has got still the hangover from Euroclub last night?
I was actually in good behaviour last night. I was on AC Insight, so I was up till 1:30, so the metros were all gone by then, so I went home early. So I'm on good behaviour for today anyways.
Well, you're working for ESC Daily, and let's talk about the Euroclub, because you've been there quite often. So how did you like that Euroclub in Sweden compared to others?
Security-wise, I think it's been the tightest it's ever been, and I think deservedly so. Mm-hmm. Overall, I think it's they've done a really good job. Security's lovely, very good staff as well. Also, in the majority, yes, the prices are quite bad, but it is Stockholm we're in, so maybe that's just the Irishman talking in me.
No, we're all bankrupt.
Yeah. Okay, that's okay then. But there's a lot of really good events, lovely DJs, a lot of entertainment, especially for the public to come in the mornings. So overall, I'm very, very happy with the hosting.
Fantastic. Somebody who is part of the organization from Euroclub, Eurofan Cafe, is Stefan Eriksson. Stefan, you are from Sweden. You put a lot of effort into set things up to get artists coming in. You managed to get an artist from Denmark. I'm still so grateful for you. We had the pleasure to meet Birte Kjær yesterday. How did you get her?
Well, first I would like to say that I was really like, what are they going to say about the organization? But now I feel a bit relieved that they said that it was okay with everything because we put a lot of work into this, and it's been months we've been working with it. So, but coming back to Birte, so I got she's one of my favorites through the years as well, and I know that she's not been coming for the Eurovision a lot. You cannot see her in different countries in Europe because she's been always staying in Denmark. So that's I thought it could be a good idea to bring her since it's quite close from Copenhagen. So it was not so difficult. She said from the beginning, this could be a nice experience because I have never met the fans in this way, so amazing. I would like to do it.
And I thought also the Euro Club opening up, or the Euro Fan Cafe opening up for the public during the day is an amazing thing to do, so they can actually touch Eurovision. They can touch the artists that come there, and it's thanks to you and your team that put it together. The location of it, Royal Castle, opposite the Royal Castle, how did that one come up?
We would like to have it in a central place and also beautiful place, and there you have the water and everything surrounded, so I think it's a perfect place to be. But since it also is below the Royal Castle, it's very important with the security. Of course, the security is important always, but that makes, like when we were speaking about it and what's been happening in Europe recently, that's why the security level is very, very high this year. Yeah.
Fantastic. What are you normally from trade? You're working with artists all year round, or how do you set up this organization?
Yeah, I work a lot with different shows in Sweden during the rest of the years, and I try to focus on Melodifestivalen and singers from Melodifestivalen. And when I got a chance to do something that has to do with Eurovision, I love to do it as well. So
what's the next challenge coming up on this?
Oh, my next challenge, now I have some shows during the summer, but it's more for like normal Swedish people, so then I cannot do these fan acts that I'm so happy to do, so it will be just normal popular Swedish singers. And then in OJ Sweden we'll have a event in October, and then I will present the artists for that upcoming thing as well.
Excellent, super, good luck for that. Liza from Denmark, you have joined the ship of ESCKAZ this year. What was your role here in Stockholm in the team?
Well, actually, I have been taking photos and I've been doing some blogging. That's the most of. I think I've been holding a video camera once or twice, but the main thing is that I've been taking a lot of photos and doing some blogging.
And you also were quite often seen in the press conferences. What happened?
Yeah, well, I had to take photos of the artists after the press conferences, and actually it was quite nice for me because since 2004 I've had this little flag that I give to the artists and a lot of friends around in the press area, and so I had a chance to give these little flags to all the artists as well, and for the first time I think every artist got one.
Very nice, very nice. Well, we look on the list.
So I have one question now, but just to give your voice a little bit of a rest, JP, because I know that your voice is failing just a little bit. So for my question is the really obvious one. I'm going to go around the table, one winner from everybody.
That was my next question, actually.
Well, then it saves your voice.
Russia.
Ukraine.
I am still lost in who's winning.
Just Denmark.
No, we were a bit late for that.
Okay, I'm going to say the Netherlands.
Australia.
Israel.
Australia.
France.
Russia for me. So anyway, back to you, JP. You rested your voice for 10 seconds.
Fantastic. No, but thank you very much for taking the time to come and chat with us. Enjoy the grand final that's coming up, and Europe has been coming together. We have been asking many of the artists in our interviews what they would suggest as a slogan for next year.
The tanks roll across the border from Russia.
That's a bit.
That was a joke. That was a joke. No, I would suggest love is not a crime.
Relax and have fun.
Let's be happy, let's be gay.
Smile.
We are family.
I can't beat love is not a crime, so I'm going to go with that one as well.
Very good.
Join us.
We had that one already. Join us. Typical Swedish. Wasn't that the one in Malmo? I think it was.
Denmark.
That was Denmark. Okay. So go back to Eurovision boot camp. You're sacked. Anyway, then thanks to everybody from ESCKAZ as well. It's been a pleasure working with you guys this year. We all sit next to each other in the press centre. That's great fun. We always good colleagues. We always help each other, and I think that's part of the slogan "Come Together" for me this year as well.
Fantastic! This is it's great. It's a Christmas period for us, basically. It's better than Christmas. You get together with a family, the bigger family, than just your loved ones at home, and celebrate a European event as such, which is even televised in America, China, Australia is part of it. It's just fantastic. Cool. Thanks, guys, for talking to us, and have a great coverage for the last couple of days. And we'll see each other again at the national finals or wherever, and for sure next year the Eurovision Song Contest, wherever it's going to be on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.